Let's see. Oh, the video of us meeting Archie. This was in the orphanage. I always knew from a very young age that I wanted to adopt. I just had no idea what that would look like or when it would happen.
Then a few years later, who we are as a family. Yay! We have 4 children. Ace is our firstborn.
Our next is Archie.
We brought him home when he was 7.
And then we had Radko biologically. After Radko, we adopted Sevy.
Did you sleep good? Yeah, good.
This is the first photo of all 4 kids together. It's like my favorite picture in the whole world. Look at Archie looking at her. Joey and I very much have the same heart, and in high school, we babysat a young man with Down syndrome, and somewhere along the way in my research, I found an organization that advocates for orphans with Down syndrome and other special needs. The director sent us a photo of this one little boy in Bulgaria. I clicked on his profile, and that was it.
There was 2 trips. The first trip was like a just get to know you, make sure that everybody's okay.
We spent the week with him, getting to know him and hanging out at the orphanage with him. He was perfect.
You gotta love Archie. I mean, when he got off the airplane, we had a group of people waiting there with signs and balloons and everything, and he walked out of that airport like he was a rock star. He was waving to the crowd. I mean, he was just a tiny 7-year-old, and it was the cutest thing you've ever seen. And ever since then, he's been smiling.
I'm so thankful that we took Ace because it was seriously the most magical moment ever. They had this very obvious bond right away, this connection.
Archie's my brother, and what am I?
That's it.
Yeah.
So many pictures of the 2 of them holding their hands and them being just so cute. They are definitely 2 peas in a pod.
I'd never like to romanticize adoption and make it seem like it's easy peasy and all. He was just right where he belonged with us.
When Joey and Lisa told me that they were going to adopt a second child, I was thinking, you just had one. But once again, I just kind of knew that they knew what they were doing. I trusted them after the first experience, and I couldn't wait to have another niece join the family.
This is Sevy leaving the orphanage for the very first time, walking out of there. It was a rough first night out of the orphanage. Sevy spent 12 years in institutions with a variety of people, and she hadn't attached to anyone. And she's endured a lot we don't even know what she's endured. So she's pretty tough.
Sevy is a little firecracker. She really knows what she wants. She can't verbalize it, but she lets you know.
Sevy, what do you want to be?
I didn't go into her adoption assuming that it would be the exact same as Archie's.
I understand Sevy the most.
I wasn't so naive to think that it would all be as smooth and that I would have the same feelings, but I didn't anticipate how different it would be.
What's wrong?
That struggle in the beginning is really hard for an adoptive parent because you are technically their mom, their dad.
Yeah, baby.
If you don't have that feeling, you almost feel guilty and ashamed.
Let's go this way, Sev.
It wasn't until I stepped back and finally let her have her space that we finally started to slowly come together. We are in such a drastically different place than we once were, and it's amazing.
Is that good? Yeah, okay.
Sevy and Daddy. A couple of years after Sevy came home, she and I were kind of in the depth of our struggles. She started sitting down with me in the evenings when I would sit down at our kitchen table to write. I would write, she would draw. And as I flipped through her pages of drawings, I was truly blown away.
Lisa just started by giving her a pencil and letting her just scribble, and then they got a board and they let her paint, and then it just progressed until she made this amazing art.
She came to life in that moment.
Wow.
And so we kept on, and we kept on letting her paint and letting her paint.
Lisa started showing a few of them on Instagram, and people started going crazy, and the whole thing has just grown and grown, and Sevy's very proud of her work.
There's people all over the world waiting to hoping to one day own a Sevy piece. We didn't expect that this would become a career for her, but people started asking if they could buy her art. She deserves to have a chance at a career. Archie is currently a very typical teenage boy. He has definitely crossed over into being a young man.
You gotta look at yourself while doing it, make sure you're getting all the spots.
He thrives off of being with people and attention, and he loves going to school every day.
You do math at school? What else do you do?
Play basketball.
You play basketball?
Everybody knows and loves Archie. His personality is just, he's just magnetic. We got him into acting and modeling because it just fit him. And eventually, his dreams came true.
Why is your life awesome and cool?
Because I'm a Gap model.
You're a Gap model?
Yeah. I love to pose.
Archie, do you remember when we shaved before you were gonna go be a model at the fashion show?
Yeah.
Being celebrated, for him, just being celebrated in that way is everything to him.
When Archie and Sevy came walking down that runway in Denver, you would have thought they were the biggest superstars.
Global's Be Beautiful, Be Yourself fashion show was one of the most inspiring events I've ever been to.
Archie and Sevy were given opportunity to blossom and turn into the beautiful humans that they are.
The work that Global does is incredibly important to our family and to everyone who loves someone with Down syndrome.
We are so proud of the Global Ambassadors, Archie and Sevy, and their entire Eicher and Livingston families.
I think the sky's the limit for Sevy and Archie.
The joy that Sevy and Archie have brought to our family is just beyond my wildest dreams.
Congratulations, Archie and Sevy. You are amazing global ambassadors.
We are proud of you, Archie and Sevy.
We love you, Archie and Sevy.
Congratulations, Archie and Sevy.
All of our best to global ambassadors, Archie and Sevy.
I am so excited for our global ambassadors, Archie and Sevy.
Congratulations to Global Ambassadors, Archie and Sevy.
We love you, Archie and Sevy.
We are so proud of you, global ambassadors, Archie and Sevy.
Congratulations, Archie and Sevy. Way to go, ambassadors, Archie and Sevy.
A huge shout out to global ambassadors, Archie and Sevy.